Hello everyone, welcome back to channel. I am Ram. In the last video we learned what outliers are and why they matters. In the today video we will explore the powerful technique to detect them. You know that the Z-score method. I am going to use the Z-score method in order to detect the outliers. So before starting this video, if you are new to the channel, so guys please make sure like, comment and subscribe my channel. So now let's get started. Now let's try to understand what is a Z-score. A Z-score tells us how many standard deviations or data point is from of the mean. Again I am telling you that a Z-score tells us how many standard deviations or data point is from the mean. See, the Z-score equation is nothing x minus mu divided by standard deviations. X is nothing, this x is nothing, this x is the data point, and then this is the mu is nothing, this is the mean of the data, and then divide by standard deviation. So what after using this equation I am going to get the Z-score value. So see guys, you can simply understand. See, if the Z-score is greater than plus 3 or less than minus 3, we can consider it outliers. And you can also use the diagram in order to show the normal distribution. You know the rule, which is the imperial rule. The rule is the 68, 95, 99.9 rule. See, the rule is here. See, from the mean, one standard deviation to the right and one standard deviation to the left, the data lies 68%. And if I just talk about the 95, from the mean, 2 standard deviation to the right and 2 standard deviation to the left, the data lies 95%. And if I just talk about the 99.7, from the mean, third standard deviation to the right and third standard deviation to the left, the data lies 99.7. This is the imperial rule. So this distribution we can call normal distribution, Gaussian distributions. Alright, so now let's try to understand with help of coding. So I have already written the code. So the library I have used the first library, which is nothing, the Panda, NumPy, and one is the SciPy. We have imported the statics, right? And then the data point is nothing, 45, 47, 49, 46, 300, 44, 48, 47, 49, 46. I can see there, this is the outlier. The 300 is nothing, this is the outlier. But wait, let's try to understand. Then I am calculating the Z-score. np.abs state the Z-score of the data. Then I am filtering the data. See, I am filtering the data. Z-score less than 3 dot all axis equal to 1. Then finally I am cleaning the data of the filtered data. This is the filtered data. Now let's execute this code. So now let's try to understand. See, the Z-score, the first is the value will be 0.35, 30, 30, 34, and here the 4 data point, which is the 2.99. The 2.99 is nothing, this is the 300, that one. The 2.99 is nothing, this is a 300, and after cleaning the data you can see there, this is a 300. Right, try to understand. See, the value of the 300 is far from the rest of all the element. You can able to see there, this is the 300 is far from the rest of the all the element. It's getting the very higher Z-score. This 300, it's a very higher Z-score. See, here you can also see 2.99, which is around something is 3, right? So we have already filtered the data by keeping only the the row where the Z is less than 3. See, Z-score is less than 3. We have already filtered the data, right? We have already filtered out the data by keeping only the row where the Z-score is less than 3. Understand? So see, this is the outliers. I use the Z-score. This is a super important. Let's try to understand why is the Z-score good for the normal distributed data, not ideal for the skewed data set. Good for normal distributed data, but not ideal for the skewed dataset. The advantage of this Z-score is nothing, easy to implement, work well for the univariate outlier deduction. And if I talk about with respect to the limitization is nothing, doesn't work, great for the non-Gaussian data. Affected by the other outlier mean standard deviations. Understand? Does not work, great for the non-Gaussian data. Again I am telling you, does not work, great for the non-Gaussian data. Affected by the other outlier mean standard deviations. Right? But with respect to advantage is definitely good, easy to implement, work well for the univariate outlier deduction. Right? And with respect to the C, the limitization is nothing, doesn't work, great for the non-Gaussian data set, affected by the other outliers, which is the mean standard deviations. So that is how you can detect the outliers using the Z-score method. In the next part, we will explore the IQR method. The IQR is nothing, this is the interquartile methods. This is another powerful technique using the quantile and then box plot. So if you are enjoying this series, please hit like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.